Right. Dan, are you there?
Yes, Hasim. Hello, everyone.
Hello. How are you? You all right?
I'm fine. How about you
Good.
guys?
Yeah, very well. Thank you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from India.
Okay. And you're a Hindu?
I'm a Hindu.
Okay, good.
I did called Hasim. I previously have called this channel as well. This is
I think so. Yeah, I vaguely remember you. But
I mentioned Dhruv. That was my nickname previously.
oh, I see. I see. Okay.
Yeah. So,
yes. Dhruv. I remember
I
that.
think it was 3-4 months back.
Probably. Yeah, I do remember that name though. Yeah. What's on your mind today?
I think I agree with Samir that it has to be academic discussion. So you have to listen to a person. If I have something to say, let's not. I think because I saw the conversation with Rishi, and Rishi was very specifically telling that Upanishads were part of Vedas, and it is very true that Upanishads were part of Vedas, right?
Yeah, but when you say part, I mean we got the 4 Vedas, and then we have kind of explanations or commentaries of those, which are the Upanishads.
No. So I can tell you in one line that if you call the Vedas are unified whole, it's evolved from Samhita to Upanishad, with the Upanishad representing their ultimate fulfillment. This is why realization of Brahman, Atman, is regarded as fundamental, eternal, unchanging, and absolute truth. So it is started with Samhita, and fulfillment is Upanishad. So
I'm not saying it's not at all linked to the Vedas, but you cannot call the Upanishads as the Vedas, can you? That's the reason they categorized it into the Sam Veda, the Atharva Veda, and so on, the 4 Vedas. So that's what I was saying. And the Hindus also recognize this categorization into separate as the 4 main Vedas, then the Upanishads, and so on. Okay.
So I'm talking about as I mentioned to Rishi, and he didn't respond. The Upanishads come many hundreds of years after the Vedas. There's different estimates.
Again, it's a realization, right?
So then, if I were to ask you, the 4 primary Vedas, are the 10 avatars mentioned in there?
No, avatars are mentioned in Puranas.
Exactly. You see how easy that was? Whereas Rishi was beating around the bush instead of just admitting, the facts that's in your books. So anyway, now that we got that out of the way, what is your view with regards to the avatars? What exactly are the avatars in Hinduism?
If you see avatar, it's very closely with evolution of human being, right?
Evolution, really?
Evolution of human being.
Like you believe in that? You believe in that claim that the 10 avatars of Vishnu resemble somehow the evolution? Really?
It is a representation. If you see from fish to boar to yes, you were telling something, Asim?
No. I'm just saying that the first in evolution, the first organism is not a fish.
No, it's not exactly it's not very detailed, but it gives you idea how human beings are evolved over a period of time.
So tell me the fish avatar, which is the Matsya, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it half fish and half man, or is it just fish?
It's just a fish.
So the avatar was just a fish. So all these representations that Hindus actually depict as half man, half fish, that's incorrect.
It's again, as I told you, it's a representation that from fish to human.
Why are they misrepresenting the avatars? If it's only fish, draw fish. We know what's a fish, and we know what's a mermaid. Okay.
I have a temple which I have to search because I've seen there is depiction of temple in southern India where it's around 8th or 9th century, 1200 to 1300 years back, where they have depicted all these avatars, and from the bottom there was a fish and it didn't have a human face, right? So
it didn't have a human feature to it. Okay.
No.
Okay. And how old is this temple or this inscription or whatever it is?
I've seen it long back. I think there is one YouTube. I have saw it. There's a person called Praveen.
No, the temple itself, not how long ago you saw it.
It must be 1200.
How old is the temple?
1200 to 1300 years as per archaeology.
Yeah, that's pretty recent if you ask me, based on the Hindu history. Okay, let me rephrase the question. The avatars that you're talking about is the avatars of Vishnu, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I think the most common avatars are obviously Ram and Krishna.
Yes.
Who are human beings who walked on earth
Yes.
Do you know how many years ago, roughly?
Depend. I mean, 4,500. I think 5,000 years back.
Who is that, Krishna or Ram?
It's Ram.
Ram was 5,000 and Krishna?
I'm not sure about Krishna. I haven't read about.
Krishna will be much later than Ram, isn't it?
Maybe, may not be. I'm not sure.
No, it's definitely after Ram.
Ramayana is older than
Yes.
Mahabharata.
So Ram comes before Krishna,
Yes.
and you're talking about thousands of years difference between them, actually. So if Ram existed only 5,000 years ago, then that is definitely not Treta Yuga.
No, I mean, see, the Yuga, all these are like Puranas. In Puranas, you find Yuga. In Puranas, you find this Avatar, right?
Yeah.
Now,
My question is about
Avatar. So I talked about. I'll give you one brief understanding of Puranas. Then probably you can ask the question.
Okay.
The main principle is main principle is realization of Brahman. So once you realize Brahman as everyone is one.
Whose main principle is that?
For Hindu.
No, when you say Hindu, I mean the realization. When you talk,
Yes.
are you talking about moksha?
Moksha is after once you realize that
Yeah,
you
the
are
realization
essentially
that
Yes,
phase
yes.
is called moksha. Because once you realize you have attained
that is-
moksha, isn't it?
no moksha. Your understanding of moksha is once you die, and then soul submerge or soul get merged with the ultimate reality.
Yeah.
No, my understanding is totally different because I'm talking about Shankaracharya Bhasya on Brahma Sutra. No translations from any other person. Direct Bhasya, and then the direct translation of that Sanskrit to English. Then it's easy for me to understand that. 1 minute.
Okay, so what is your sampradaya?
I fall into Advaita.
Yeah, but Advait is the smartest as well.
Yes. In fact, I have searched for it. My surname is Raj Purohit, and we usually settle in Rajasthan. So I searched for it. We are aligned to Advait, but we worship many deities as well. Considering that it's a manifestation of
you
ultimate
believe in
reality.
the 5 key deities.
Though that's southern India you're talking about. It is not in northern India, northwest India. I can worship my parents, my family. They worship many deities. They worship Kul Devta with understanding that it's a manifestation of ultimate reality.
Okay, when you say ultimate reality, okay, would you say you are an illusion? You're not real. Is that what you're saying?
Illusion in the sense, see, it's appearance. If I have to talk, because see, when it was the illusion term was used around 8th century, 9th century. Now we have to keep in mind that the science at that point of time was not so developed as we have, right? It's the best word they can use, or best explanation they can use. They have tried to use that to communicate that essentially ultimate reality is Brahman. So they have to use. Now I can explain what is illusion. With the modern
if the ultimate
science.
reality is Brahman, then you and I and everybody here in basically on planet Earth would be just an illusion, right?
What do you mean by illusion? See, what is your understanding about the illusion?
It's not real.
No, that's not. It is real, because if even illusion has been called as Brahman.
Well, then you're using the wrong term, illusion. Then.
Yes, I mean,
that's why I told you, right? Even illusion is Brahman. That's why I told you, right? They have used the best word.
No, I think you're
Also
using
that
the
point
wrong
of time.
term. The definition of the term illusion would be something that is make believe, not real.
Okay, I'll give you a science example. Probably you can correlate. Now, when we talk about, let's say, Himalaya or rock, as per the science, that rock is 99.99 empty space, and there's only 1% of matter. Yes.
I talk about solid rock.
I'm talking about solid rock.
Solid rock is space.
Yes. When they
I
break
think
down
it's a misunderstanding based on the idea that an atom is mostly empty space, which is itself a misunderstanding that we can go into if you really want to, but I don't think it's worth it. Because
Exactly.
I think,
all right,
if I'm wrong,
if something is empty, it wouldn't have weight. Like a rock
Hasim,
has-
no, there is some explanation, something. If you want me to Google it out, I can explain you
You
that.
don't need to Google it
But
out. I mean,
no,
look,
let's go to the another example. If you don't agree,
Yeah, let's see
if you
there's another
if you
example.
disagree here, we can go to another example.
Can I
better
just
example.
ask quickly then? It is. Would perception be a better word than illusion?
Better? So
Better. Okay. So you're not really trying to argue for it's an illusion.
do
you're
you know
trying
what
to argue-
perception means, though? Let's not get jumbled up now.
I know the perception, how
What is
the word
perception?
how the word appear to me. What is my
It's
understanding?
from
of the
your
word?
point of view. For
My
example,
point of view, my point of
if you
reference.
if you see sunset in the evening, yeah, the sky changes color, orange, red, whatever it is, yeah, at that time, depending on the obviously the rays and stuff like that, the light, how it disperses. Now, somebody else might have a different perception. You might have a different perception. When you look at clouds, you might see some animal in it. When somebody else looks at the same cloud, they might get a different perception.
I'll make
What
it easy.
perception means, like, it's not something. So if you're talking about Brahman, yes, does Brahman do people have different understanding of Brahman in Hinduism, or is it the same?
It is the same, almost same. I don't know. I cannot talk about other person
Okay,
because
let me ask
it
you a
all
simple
depends.
question about Brahman. Does Brahman have a form, or does it have attributes?
I'll come to it. I'll definitely answer your question, Hasim. But
Okay.
for better understanding, I'll take an example because the previous example we have not agreed upon. So I'll take an example of, let's say, a matter. Matter is energy, fundamentally. Do we agree on that?
Matter is fundamentally energy based on whose
No, having graduated in theoretical physics, I
Yes.
wouldn't agree. Although, yes, matter and energy can be converted into one another largely. This is a very dodgy topic. I'm not sure it's a good analogy. I mean, can't you pick something sort of simpler, more grounded? If you're like, there's a very common understanding
Because,
of illusion, like what a magician does. Is that not good enough? Or
because I wanted to explain Brahman. Anyway, because see,
That's the
my
reason I
understanding.
asked you a simple question, which everyone understands. Does Brahman, according to your worldview, have any attributes, or does it have a form at all?
No, Brahman
It
don't
doesn't.
have
So
attributes.
it's basically Nirguna and Nirakar. Yeah.
Yes.
No
okay.
attributes, no form.
No attributes, no form.
Okay. Can something without attributes exist?
Yes, it can
Give me an
exist.
example.
When we consider an attributes, we always consider time into, we take time into considerations, right? All our, the question should be on time, whether time is absolute or time is empirical, or in the sense, whether time is, it's reality, it's there as the tree is there, as rock is there, or it's something like conceptual. So once we have understanding on
Conceptual.
that.
Wait. When you say conceptual, it is a concept. So you can't have
yes.
something that really is like, tangible and also a concept.
You mean it's
time
abstract
don't exist.
because abstract things are not real.
Yeah. Like if I were to ask you, show me number 4.
Concept can exist and not exist as
It's a
well.
concept in your head, right? It's
It's there
abstract.
in your head, yeah.
So, all right, no, not concept. So time
Give
is
me
an
an example
absolute,
of
time
something.
is
Listen to the question again. Give me an example of something in existence that does not have attributes.
time is abstract. So
Yeah, I'm
all
not
our,
asking about abstract things.
no,
I'm
my
talking about
question is that can you define
real
it?
things which
Hasim,
do exist and not as a concept?
Hasim, I'm answering your questions. If time is an abstract, time don't exist in reality, then can you explain any attributes without time?
It's got a measurement. I mean, there's a change. That's all
Measurement
about
itself,
time.
and
change
to
is
answer your
time.
question directly, yes, we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is beyond time, and we have many attributes about him which are completely and totally independent of time. We have no problem with that.
The moment you assign attributes to Allah, it become conflict. It become contradictions.
Wow.
It becomes a conflict with Brahman as a
Become
concept.
contradiction
No
within
internal-
Allah itself.
Okay,
I
let
can
me
explain.
rephrase the question so you'll understand better then. I know you're trying hard for us to understand, but we like simplicity here. So we like to get to the crux of the matter with the simplest explanation, which everyone can understand. Because at the end of the day, God is real. We affirm that. And God did not make it difficult for humans to understand him. And that's the reason, as far as Muslims are concerned, we believe that Allah has sent messengers over centuries to tell us in the simplest form that even someone who is a farmer will understand. In fact, even a child will understand, and somebody holding a PhD degree will understand. So the simplicity and clarity of understanding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually very easy. Because in chapter 112 of the Quran, in Surah Al-Ikhlas, Allah explains his identity in like 4 lines, in 4 verses. Look how long we have to go through just to understand the basics of Brahman in Hinduism. You have to jump through hoops, through philosophy, through concepts, through abstracts, and yet you haven't got the answer yet. So if I were to ask you, and this is a different question now, maybe hoping we'll get a simpler explanation from you. You and I can do things, right? We can write, we can, talk like the way we are doing. So these are our attributes of speech, for example. You and I are speaking right now to each other with our attribute of speech. We can do something with the attributes. Does Brahman, in your worldview as a Hindu, do anything at all?
We are Brahman. So essentially, as I was telling you previously, that
No, I'm talking about the para-Brahman.
Underlying reality is Brahman.
Done. I'm asking about the para-Brahman, not you. The one that has no attributes and no form.
Even I don't have attributes. No, I don't. If I don't consider,
you don't have any attributes.
Done. Are you para-Brahman?
I am part of Brahman and I am Brahman.
No, I didn't ask you for a part. See, you're doing it again.
You have a name.
When I ask you a specific question, I expect a specific answer. Are you para-Brahman?
It's Hasim.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
I'm asking. I already cleared my point.
No, you said you're part of Brahman. That is not the same as saying I am Brahman.
Okay, fine. I have used part of Brahman. I'll take my words back.
That's not what I'm asking.
No, Hasim, let me answer.
I'm asking, are you para-Brahman? It's a simple yes or no.
I am Brahman. So essentially,
are you
I am
para-Brahman? Say it.
What is para-Brahman?
You know it. The absolute soul. The what is call it? The one.
No, your understanding is that's
soul.
why. Hasim, your understanding is totally different.
Para-Brahman. You understand these terms, I'm pretty sure.
I understand, but your understanding is incorrect. That's what I'm pointing out.
Because you actually understand the term.
Hasim, it's back and forth. It's no use. I have already pointed.
Are you para-Brahman? And then we can move on.
Why should I agree with you with the wrong definition?
You are para-Brahman, like you said, because your soul,
Hasim,
so you the same.
Okay,
same source. That's
you're imposing something. You're imposing your understanding on me. I don't want to.
No. You didn't answer my question. I asked you 3 times.
I think instead, Hasim, I'll address Islam probably. Just Islam. Go ahead.
No, he's not trying to impose his understanding. He's asking a straightforward question in order to try to elucidate your understanding. There's this specific concept of Brahman, which is completely formless, without attributes. Yet you have a form and attributes, one of which is your name that you put up there, right? So. This is the question. Are you that formless thing or not?
It was important for me to explain Brahman. Anyway, there's another, we call Brahman as unmanifested and manifested. Unmanifested is something very subtle, which is, and manifested is something which, no, it's not contradictions. It's one thing.
Look, if you say something is black and also white, then this is basically like, the law of non-contradiction 101.
No, your understanding about existence is totally correct. You're considering time into time here. Black and white need a comparison. I'm not talking about
not the one who made the statement.
I'll explain you.
I have no issues with that. But I have issues when you start saying that the para-Brahman doesn't have form, doesn't have attributes, but you do. So that's again a contradiction.
No. I'll give you an example.
Position, brother. One second. You guys don't even think about them, and you guys try to use all this philosophical jargon, but you don't even think about what you guys are saying. You know how it's a self-refuting position? Saying that God is beyond description, it is by itself a description. Do you realize?
What do you mean by that, Fawad? You have used, what do you mean by that?
Okay. The fact that you are saying that he's beyond description, are you not describing him?
Can you give me a description? No. Is your description not dependent upon the comparison, change, past?
I think you're underestimating the clarity.
Without time, you cannot give a description. Your memory is based upon past, present, and future. Your language is based upon past, present, and future. Right?
No, think carefully about what Fawad just said. It was a very clear, very good point, right? Which is you are describing it by saying it's indescribable is a description. You can't get away from that. So it's better to address it, right?
I'm using time. I'm using a time to describe you guys. If you're not able to understand, see, you have to have a clarity. Let's discuss about time. Let's come to one understanding over time. Then from there we can move on. Because what we are doing, we're going back to the time, coming back out to Brahman. Because when I talk about the Brahman, see, I have told very specifically, when I consider attributes, as you told, we will consider, you cannot define even single attribute without time. So time is a tool for functioning of human being. It's a tool,
No, brother.
but
The
it's not absolute
manifestation of
reality.
Attributes requires time. Okay. For instance, if God wants to exercise His mercy on me, He will exercise it within time.
Well, God is full of contradictions, as I told you
Yes.
before. Allah is
No,
full
no,
of
no, no,
contradictions.
no,
I can prove to you.
can't say God is full of contradictions. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
Speak for
can prove
yourself.
you.
Speak for yourself.
No, he is using Fawad. Fawad is using as Allah, right?
Yeah,
I told-
he never said he's full of contradiction.
I am telling you, Allah has contradictions. I'll tell you how.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
before you go,
yeah,
look,
go ahead.
the discussion today is about Hinduism. You can come back next time and you can discuss Allah if you want, no problem.
Sure,
Okay?
I'll
Right
come next
now,
time.
because you believe in a non-duality experience of your worldview. Am I right? For you, the world is an illusion.
So you agree non-duality is a principle?
That's your
It is a
principle.
principle.
But in
principle before-
reality, there
We
is such thing
understand
as
that principle. We
non-duality.
don't share it.
Yeah,
All right,
because we
you don't-
live
that's
in a
okay, that's
world
okay.
where we feel, we experience, we perform daily activities. Are you married, by the way?
I am.
You have children?
Yes, not it. I mean, no. Why this question? I mean,
The question is because I want to know if they really exist or not. Your wife and your kids.
no, I exist. I'm not telling I'm an illusion. See, Hasim,
Okay, so
I told
what
you
is your
very clearly.
understanding of non-duality then?
Oneness.
What do you mean oneness? Are you
Oneness
and
is
your
that
wife one, or are they separate?
they're relatively different,
So they are not one.
relatively distinct. No, I like
Relatively
see,
distinct, but they are not one, right? You both are not one.
Hasim, let me explain. Are you made of matter?
Yes, and soul.
See, I am not. Okay, I don't believe in soul. So
You
I
don't?
will,
Wait.
Islam-
You don't believe in what is it called? Your Atma? You don't believe in your Atma?
Atman is a self.
Atma is the self.
It's a usage of language to describe.
Wait. Is your self made of matter?
No, Hasim, you're not
There you go.
understanding. Hasim.
So,
No, Hasim.
so you believe same as me, you just give it a different name.
No, Hasim. I'm not. I don't under. I see.
Look, it's very
I'm
simple. I'm
using
made of both material
Hasim,
and
I'll explain you.
immaterial things. That's all.
I think I'll address
Keep it
Islam.
simple. Now, you see, every time I ask you a question, you went to something else. My question was,
I
are
think
you
we
and
will-
your wife one, or are you both separate entities?
Hasim, I think we are not getting anywhere.
I-
I'm telling you.
I think you-
I'm
you
telling
The
can
you-
reason
jump into
we're
different things.
struggling to get
Hasim,
somewhere is
Hasim,
because you're
let
not
me-
answering these questions.
I'm answering your
I'm
questions.
still
Explain
trying to get
again.
over that he's not made of matter.
Fawad, I'll come to you for the 1 minute. Hasim, I'll come to you. Islam, I'll come to you. Hasim, I'll address you first.
Okay.
You
Which
told-
question are you addressing, by the way?
The question which you already asked,
Which is
Right.
what? I asked you two
which is
questions.
about the Atman.
Yeah. So if you believe Atma,
Now, let me explain. You again
yeah,
asking me
so
questions.
explain to me
I
what
always
is Atma
understand
according to
question.
you, and then we can move on. How about that?
What is that?
Explain to me the term Atma, or we call it
Sure,
soul,
sure.
and then
Sure.
we can move on from there.
Sure. Okay. Atman is a self, right?
Self.
Self. Now, what do we consider self is relative body? It's a body.
No, it's not.
How do I represent myself? Right?
No.
Now,
Self is not body, actually.
what
Self
is self
means,
then?
self means your consciousness.
What is body then?
So you can leave your body, and I think Hindus believe that as well. When you reincarnate,
You're
you
going to
reincarnate, you leave
your
your body,
understanding. I'm
but your
telling
self
you
is still
about.
there, and then you enter another body.
No, that is empirical. It's
The
people
body is
talk.
empirical, yeah. I'm talking about your soul and your consciousness are not material; they are immaterial.
No, I don't agree with you, Hasim. You asked me to explain. Let me explain. Why you
Explain
putting
Atma
again?
then. Go on. You said it's. Did you say?
What
it's
I'm
self?
explaining you
What is the
Atman.
substance that
But
it
Atma is
made
not
of?
self.
1 minute.
Atma is the
Fawad, I'll
soul.
come to you.
Your consciousness is the self. So
What is
in
body?
Islam, we
Are you
use the
considering
term, we use the term
Has-
nafs for your
Okay,
consciousness.
no problem.
We use the term ruh for your soul. The
No
ruh
problem,
and
sir.
nafs are not the same.
That's your understanding. No problem. What
Okay,
is
give us
what is
one.
different? What is body then?
Body is different. Obviously, body is material. Your soul is not. Neither is your consciousness.
Consciousness is emergence. It emerges from body, isn't it?
No, even if your body is not there, we believe the Atma is conscious.
You can believe. That's okay. No problem. That's your belief. I have nothing to say about it. So,
So
what
wait a
my
minute,
understanding?
you're telling me that when a Hindu dies, where does the Atma go for the Hindu?
Hasim, you're talking. See, it violates non-duality. It violates oneness. The moment you separate Atman from Brahman, or the moment you separate Atman from body, it
Oh,
violates.
I see. So you think Atma and Brahm are the same, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, let
Atman,
me ask
Brahman,
you,
body.
this
I'll
fundamental.
explain you further. Atman, body, Brahman, and all existence are we call it Brahman.
Okay.
Right?
Can
So
you
that's
list
the
them
first
again?
one.
Oneness. There's no division.
List it again. Atma, the Brahman. Sorry,
Atman,
the Atma.
everything. Atman,
No,
let's
list
be
them again.
specific to
You said the
human.
Atma
Yes.
and the Brahma.
Atman,
Is that
body.
what you're saying?
Atman is a name for the body, right? It's
No, it's a name for the
expression.
soul, actually.
No,
That's why you're getting
Hasim.
mixed up, man. I think
Okay.
your terminology is all mixed up.
No, when I try to explain, I have to use the word.
What language do you speak? You're from Rajasthan. You
Okay,
speak
tell me.
Hindi, right?
No. Tell me what is the other word for self in Hindi?
For self. I told you already. Self is
What is- yeah.
consciousness. Your
Do
Atma
you call
is
it
the will,
consciousnness? No,
is the soul.
Hasim.
I've told you
Hasim, what is the other word? What is the if you call self as an Atman?
I'm not
Okay,
calling
if you call
yourself Atma. You are.
All right. What is the other name to represent me? What the?
Your
Will I
consciousness.
talk to other person? I'm conscious and talking to you.
No, your consciousness, you are aware, you're self-aware. That is what consciousness is.
No. Will I when I talk to Hasim? Hi Hasim, I'm consciousness. Will I represent myself? No.
No, you're not going to say I'm consciousness. You're going to say I'm done and I'm conscious right now and I'm talking to you. I mean, come on, can't get any simpler than this.
That's what. Yeah, I'm done. I'll be using done, not consciousness.
Okay.
So when I represent,
I think you're making it complicated for no reason.
no,
So
I'm
let
not
me-
making it complicated.
let
I'm
me-
trying
let me
to
just
explain
confirm something that you
You
said.
have preconceived
Did you say
idea.
Atman- Listen, Dan, did you say Atman and Brahman are the same?
Yes.
Okay. Which one from the two is ignorant?
No one. Why
No one?
ignorant?
You know everything? Are you all knowing?
No, why you adding attributes to Brahman when I
Because
already
you have attributes. You
clarified?
can't deny that.
But this is the point.
Seriously, man.
Hasim, I
This is
don't
the problem
understand.
with
When
this
I already
non-dual
told
people,
you,
because they can't really
Hasim, the
fathom
time exists.
the reality
No,
that
Hasim,
they themselves
we have to have clarity on time.
displaying and demonstrating to. Let me ask you, Dan, once again.
Hasim,
Are you
I'll ask you
all
one question. You
knowing?
didn't ask me a question.
Dan,
I'll ask you one question.
Are you all
Okay,
knowing?
go ahead.
Are you all knowing?
I'm not all knowing. Why would I
Good, so
know?
you are ignorant, right?
Hasim, why you adding attributes to Brahman?
Because you do have attributes. You can't deny it.
I told you.
You already said that you're not all knowing. Now let me ask you. You said Atman and Brahman are the same.
I'll ask you one question.
Because
Then
according
I'll
to
answer.
non-duality, which is your Advaita philosophy, you believe Atman and Brahman are the same. Then where did ignorance come from?
Hasim.
If you answer this question, then we can move on. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time. I know you're being polite, you're nice, but the thing is, you cannot wrap your head around the reality that you live in, unfortunately.
I'll answer this question first. Before that, you have to answer me. Is the time real?
Time is a concept.
Time is not real?
Well, it is a real measurement of change, yes.
No, is time is real? I'm asking.
So
Time is
when
real?
you say real, do you mean is it tangible? Is that what you're asking? What do you mean by real?
I'll make it very
Define
clear.
real.
Is time
What do
real?
you mean by real?
1 minute.
Dan, I think time is too complicated a concept for you to address, given the level we've been speaking about. There's, for example, in physics, you've got reversible time, you've got irreversible time. They're fundamentally different. You cannot even relate them with each other. You then have proper time in general relativity, you have coordinate time. There's all these different concepts of time. And even
you agree with it's concept, it's not real. Like maths. It's
right, they're all different concepts.
You asked about this time many times. What exactly
something that is actually
Wait a
real.
minute, Hasim, let me address it.
Those concepts of time point at something that is actually really happening. Just like the microphone is an abstract concept, but I'm actually using one to talk to you as well. There's a real thing that there is a relationship between them. It identifies something that's real.
I agree with the fact that the microphone is real, but not time. Because you already told Islam the time is a concept.
If change is happening, right, and the concept of time is pointing at the change that's happening, just the same as the concept of the microphone is pointing at the actual thing that's transmitting my voice.
Agree. I'll give a clear explanations about time. Probably you can agree or disagree. Let's draw a line. Let's call it A, B, C. Let's call C as a past, B as a present, A as a future. Now, does past exist? Islam.
It's an open question, whether you take the A theory or B theory of time.
No, I'll draw a line. I try to explain you time. Let's say
he means
draw a
linear
line.
time. Are you referring to linear time then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm saying in linear time. So it's perfectly coherent to have the B theory of time where the past still exists. We just can't access it. And there's also a theory of time where the past no longer exists. I'm not 100% sure which one is true. Both.
No, this is very clear. Why you making complicated?
Time is relative. So yes,
past exists.
In the relative sense, it does exist in the past.
Does yesterday exist?
And the future.
Islam.
Well, I'm saying I'm not 100% sure, and either position, whether it still exists or not, is fully consistent with modern physics and everything we know and understand about this stuff.
So you're not sure about that. It's so easy to ask Islam. Does yesterday exist? Or does yesterday exist in your memory?
No, yeah, yesterday may well still exist, and I just can't touch it or reach it anymore. Or yesterday may no longer exist. I don't have the tools, and nobody has the tools yet, and has been able to develop the tools to definitively say one way or the other. You can take a belief position on it. Most of the time, it makes
leave
no
aside your
difference.
complicated understanding, right? I'm asking you a very simple question. Does past exist? Does yesterday
That's a
exist?
very
Does
simple
Thursday?
question, and actually, I'm
Thursday,
giving a very simple answer, which is it may or may not. I don't know.
Right.
I do not take a
Fine.
definitive position.
No, I'm taking a definite position here because
Okay.
past don't
Fine.
exist.
I can work with either. That's not a problem.
No, so I'm taking a definite position here. Past don't
What's the
exist.
point you're trying to make? Just get to the point.
I'm trying to explain you time. The time is not an existence. Now, anything we use
So
time.
you don't believe in history?
We don't need to take time going through that. Time is not existence. Okay, fine.
Agree. Okay. So when we don't consider time as an existence, then we use time as to define attributes. Now, why I'm giving an example of this time? Because if your past doesn't exist, give me 1 minute.
You said a few times we use time to define attributes. And
give me 1 minute. Islam, give me 1 minute. Probably we can come to a good understanding. All of us. Okay. The past is not there. We have memory of past. Future is nothing but projection of your past. So whatever experience you have on basis that you project, which is what? Which is again a memory. If past doesn't exist, future doesn't exist, then middle, when we have draw a line, linear line, the middle present don't exist. Then you can ask, what does exist?
This is
then
too much
then the answer is
not
philosophical. Then the answer is
why you're going down this road.
there's only existence.
No, hold on.
Past doesn't exist.
Doing this unnecessary philosophy.
Hasim, I ask you 1 minute. You didn't.
Yeah, but you've been going on this time thing since the beginning.
Yeah,
because if you don't understand time and you keep on asking me,
he's going to a concept of thought, kind of, he's just.
No,
I'm asking you about the tangible things, and you're asking about time.
Hasim,
what about Kalpas? What about Yugas?
Ask me whether you have attributes, you have attributes. You're imposing that.
No, my question to you was very simple. I asked you about ignorance. If you think you have Atma, and Brahman is also conscious and has, I don't know, it's for you, you're going to merge with him eventually, even according to your belief. The question is, where did ignorance come from then?
Let's establish one principle, Hasim.
Are you going to answer the question with a question again?
Live science.
I asked you the first time, you brought in
let's
time.
establish what is non-duality. Oneness. Anything contradict oneness.
No, answer the question about
Advaita.
ignorance, please. Without waffling. Where do you think ignorance exists or doesn't exist?
It exists. I may not know everything.
Okay. So are you ignorant or are you all-knowing?
I may not know everything. I told you, right?
Okay. Does Brahman know everything?
No.
No?
No.
So Brahman doesn't know everything. So who's your God then?
Why are you giving again attributes, Hasim? Why are you giving attributes?
If Brahman doesn't know everything, that means that he's not all-powerful. He's like you, ignorant then.
Hasim,
no difference between you and Brahman.
Give me one example, Hasim, without give me an example. I'm asking you one question, only one question. Give me one example where you define attributes without time.
You're going to time again. What's wrong with this guy?
Look,
because it's important to answer your question, Hasim.
Wait. My question has got nothing to do with time. I'm saying in any concept of time, A theory, B theory, cyclic time, linear time, every concept of time that you can imagine.
I'll answer your question. I'll answer your question. I'll answer your question about ignoring.
My fundamental
I'll answer your question.
Ignorance is unanswered in the case of Brahman. You said you are ignorant. That we know. All human beings are ignorant to a certain level, obviously. They know certain things, but most of the time, they are not all-knowing. Not most. Every time, they are not all-knowing. For us, the only one who is all-knowing is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now that you told me that Brahman is not all-knowing, then he cannot be the supreme deity. He cannot be the supreme God.
No, we don't consider Brahman we don't give attributes to Brahman. We don't consider Brahman as a separate thing.
He doesn't exist.
So
what is it? I think Allah don't exist. That's my question. I can prove to you Allah don't exist.
Done.
Fawad, let's have Fawad, I'll address you.
You couldn't answer the question about Brahman. He's trying to answer about Allah.
No, Fawad, let's talk about you.
Shush. Time to keep quiet and listen, okay? Been listening to this waffling for way too long. The brothers are being super patient with you, okay? Tell me the difference between Brahman and nothingness. Go right ahead.
Nothingness doesn't exist. Brahman exists. Simple.
Okay, so there you go. You assigned a quality to it or not. Existence by itself is an attribute.
Why are you calling existence as attributes? Fawad,
Well,
explain
it is
it.
an attribute.
Because it's the way you describe things.
So you
If you
any
give it a
description need time.
The moment you
The
give it
moment
a
you
description,
all right,
brother,
Fawad.
brother.
Dan, you
Brother,
need to
I
stop
think-
going
I
back on a
think you-
time thing. You don't understand anything about time
Yeah, I don't
at
think he
all.
does.
You're
Yeah.
very,
He's
very
confused
ignorant
himself,
about
I
time.
think.
No, that's your claim, Islam. I don't think you guys understand time.
Yeah, we don't.
You did not permit me
Now,
the ability to
Fawad,
show how
Fawad,
flawed your
you just
concept
told me
of
that
time is.
Brahman don't exist. It's the other way
Because the
around.
thing is, I kept trying to.
Allah don't
reason
exist.
with you.
No,
I
I kept
brother,
trying to
prove
reason
to you.
with you.
you know
about
how
something.
Allah
Just
exists?
Now he's got
Because we
triggered. He's trying to
associate-
now
brother,
project.
Allah exists because we associate qualities to him. Okay,
Yes.
he's all knowing, he's all powerful, he's eternal, he exists, he's one. All of these are his attributes.
Can there be contradictions in Allah?
No,
Don't
there
let him-
can't be.
don't let him
Give me
change the
three
topic.
and not
Let's-
three at the same
no,
time.
no,
Go
Fawad,
ahead.
Don't let him change the
Let's-
topic. The topic
let's-
today is about Hinduism. Please, Dan, stick to it. Okay.
Sure.
We are
No,
drifting away.
Sure.
You,
Let's make a
you have already
yes, go ahead.
conceded. In fact, when I asked you, is Brahman all-knowing? You said no, which means even as a non-dualist, even as an Advaita philosophy follower, you concede that he's not all-knowing, which means you know that he has attributes, at least of knowledge.
Hasim, what can I tell you? I already explained you. Without time don't exist. When we
Man, this guy and time.
Again with the
You know,
time.
you said
Hasim,
time was
Hasim,
wrong, you bring some
Hasim,
other.
okay, I'll address you.
Progress
When we
at
give
all on
attributes,
anything
You
until we
said
bottom
Brahman
out
was
time.
ignorant. Am I right?
Please-
Did you say that or
Please
not?
give me 5 seconds. We are not
We-
going to make any progress until we bottom out this thing with time, because Dan will not stop retreating to it. So do we want to address this thing of time, or do we want to end this conversation?
I think if he says time one more, we are going to end it. Because the question I asked him was about ignorance, nothing to do with time.
Yeah.
So go on, Dan. If you're ignorant and Brahman is ignorant as well, then who is all-knowing in your worldview?
we have no one with all-knowing. We don't have a concept of all-knowing.
Okay, so in fact, you have the concept of ignorance, but not all-knowing. Am I right?
We don't have a concept of ignorant as well, because even ignorant, that's an
You already
attribute.
considered you were ignorant and Brahman
No,
is ignorant.
ignorant
Are you making a
is
U-turn?
the comparison. See, I'm answering you. I'm not using time. I'm answering you at you. Ignorant is
No,
a
but you're
comparison.
contradicting your earlier statement.
I'm not contradiction. I'm telling we don't give attributes to anyone. We don't give
You are
attributes
saying
to
you as a human being have no attributes.
I as a human being use attributes to define something. I as a human being don't have attributes.
So you
Okay,
have the
do you
attribute of speech.
realize
right now.
You
Do you have the
just
attribute
broke
of
the
speech?
non-dualist
Whom
model.
are we talking to right now? Not Dan, somebody else?
You're talking to me because to me to communicate, I have to use.
What me? Who is the me in you? Who is this me? Who is the me?
See, Hasim, what? So you're asking one question again. You're jumping to another question. Let me
No,
answer.
it's the same question. Because I asked you, do you, when I use the term you, I mean you as done. Do you have the attribute of speech? And you said no. Then the question I
No.
asked you next is a follow-up question. Okay. Who am I speaking to? You said me. Then I asked you, who is the me? So either you have confused yourself, which by the way is not something out of the ordinary, because all Advaita philosophers get confused. And then they get angry at the end when we point it out to them. And you're actually going through the same phase.
No, it's action is attributes.
No, your attribute of
It's
speech.
a movement and attributes.
Listen, your attribute of speech, do you possess it or do you not?
Speech. Don't you think speech has language in it?
Yes, it does, because that's
So
the only way you can
don't you
speak.
think language is built on past, present, and future?
It doesn't matter. He's gone to time again. Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
I'm not-
this is
I'm-
Dan,
See,
can
you-
you not see how
I'm
you
avoiding-
Dan, can you
You
please
guys
not
go-
talk over me?
you
Can
want-
you please just
So
listen?
this is what happens to most
You
Advaita.
haven't had a very good job of
Confuse them.
listening to anything I've said, and I can really address everything you're talking about.
Okay,
Um,
I think maybe for his sake,
fundamentally, Dan,
Probably
let me
Islam.
point out
I'll
one
join
thing.
you.
time gone.
I'll
Dan,
join one of
let
the
me
channels.
point out
we can
one
have a-
thing. Dan, you are not a non-dualist. You are a dualist. You cannot engage in this conversation at all without conjuring a duality. You are a dualist. You are not a non-dualist. You are not able to speak as a non-dualist. You have not been able to put forward any non-dualist position at all.
Well, he attempted, but he failed.
No, I
Yes.
didn't fail.
You did, and he's
I
still
didn't
not
fail.
acknowledging
You
it.
had to identify you as yourself, and you can do things. And you are not a non-dualist.
No, I have given everything. I give to make you guys understand. If you guys don't want to understand intentionally, that's not my fault.
You know,
I told you, I gave you example as well. See, you guys
let
are
the people judge here.
You're just
Who's
floating around with the time.
calling for contradiction after contradiction.
Yeah.
And that is clearly you then. Okay.
And
By the way, do you believe in individual consciousness?
Uh, if I believe that everything is one, correct, then I don't consider myself as an individual. I consider myself as a Brahman.
Okay.
So there is no individual consciousness.
So
Yeah,
when
you
you
speak
say
as an
you do
individual.
not distinguish between individual consciousness, you actually believe in a collective consciousness? Which one is it?
You're using a wrong term. It's not collective consciousness.
Tell me the right term then.
There is only
What
consciousness,
is your understanding of consciousness? Let's start with that. What do you understand by the term consciousness?
awareness.
Okay, so are you self-aware?
I'm aware.
Okay, is
Are
that
you aware
your
of my
individual
thoughts?
consciousness or is that some form of collective consciousness?
Why I'm making an individual? Why I'm separate?
I'm
The
asking you,
moment-
man. Just answer the question.
No, it's just consciousness.
You said
I'm
you're
not.
self-aware. Listen, you said you're self-aware. Is your awareness and the awareness that your wife has, is it the same or is it different?
I have to give an example. Without example, I cannot explain.
No. Wait, before you give us example, just answer this question and then
No,
give us
it's going to
an
misrepresent my position. I
No,
don't
no,
want
it
to
doesn't
do
matter. Just answer this question.
No, it matters to me. It
Does-
doesn't matter to you. It matters to
Does
me.
Mr. What's your name? Raj Purohit. Does Mr. Raj Purohit and Mrs. Raj Purohit, do they have individual consciousness, each one of them? Or do they have, they share the same consciousness?
Hasim, do you want me to explain with the example?
Yes, you can explain after you answer this question. No problem.
Without example, I cannot explain.
No.
sorry.
You have to answer this
Because
question.
what you
Because
just want to score a
if you're going
point.
to deny or accept, I want to know where you truly, sincerely stand. Because every time I asked you a meaningful
Hasim,
question,
I'm very sincere. I
wait,
never
no, I'm not saying you're
contradict
inconsistent.
myself till
It's
now.
you actually beating around the bush. Every time I
I'm-
ask you a simple question, you beat around the bush, make jalebis, and then we go somewhere else. So this time I'm actually going to hold on to this particular question. I want your answer, and then you can make your jalebis after that, no problem. So does
Okay,
Mr. Raj Purohit and Mrs.
Let
Raj
me
Purohit,
try. Probably if
do
you
they have the
understand or
same
not.
consciousness or they have their own individual consciousness?
All right, let me try this.
Huh.
So, when your awareness is in silence, in meditative states, have you guys meditated? I'm not sure.
Look, you're doing it again. You're giving us an example. I said
No,
answer
fine,
the
fine.
question first, and then you can give us an example. No problem. I will trust me. I will give you time. Your consciousness, explanation of yoga, whatever you want to do, meditations. Okay, just answer this question. Does Mr. Raj Purohit and Mrs. Raj Purohit have the same consciousness, or they have their own individual consciousness?
All
Which
right,
is
one
distinct
line answer. If memory is not in a play, then we have same consciousness.
If what is not in play?
Memory.
Which memory? Your memory or her memory?
Both of memory. If memory is not in a play,
Yeah. So is your memory the same as your wife's memory, or is it different?
no, we have a different memory. But
Okay,
we
so
have,
you have different memory. Does that mean
but
you have same
consciousness is
consciousness
one.
or different consciousness?
no, let me explain. So we have different. We don't have different consciousness. Consciousness is one. When memory is not in play, what I mean to say is that you should have when there's no thoughts, when you are absolute
No. You
silence.
said consciousness means awareness. Am I right?
Yes,
Without
Yes.
thought,
Are we
how would you
sticking
be
to the same
aware?
definition, or have you changed the
I'm sticking to the same
midway?
definitions.
Have you changed your same definition? Yeah, still?
Yes, same.
Okay. Right now, you're speaking to me. Your wife is not speaking to me. Am I right?
Agree.
Good. Is she aware that you're speaking to me?
No, she's not.
She's
She
not.
doesn't
So
know.
her awareness is different to yours.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you. I rest my case.
No, wait.
now
Let me
do
answer.
your-
You don't want me to.
Do
You
your
don't want me
jalebis.
to. No, not jalebi. Don't want me to answer. Then
No,
that's
you
okay.
can do
Your
it. Yeah, I
channel.
know what you're going to do now. You're going to create
No,
jalebis. But carry
Hashim
on.
is self-aware. You are self-aware. You are not aware of Hashim's awareness. Vice versa. They are different. You can
Whom
just
should I
say
address? Islam or Hasim? Whom should I address?
No,
Oh, yeah, right,
I'm
Hasim.
giving you the opportunity to now give the examples you were going to give. Remember, I
All
promised
right.
you. So
Thank you, Hasim.
I'm keeping my word. Go on.
Thank you, Hasim. So now, before that, I'll answer your question. When you told your wife is aware of me speaking to you, what is that? That's a knowledge. That's a memory. Didn't I told?
It's
no, it's an
Isn't-
experience.
No, experience is memory, isn't it?
No,
Yeah,
obviously not.
but it's awareness as well. The
Experience
most
is not
important
memory.
thing is consciousness
Islam,
is actually
Islam, are
awareness.
you sure about it? Experience is not memory.
You experience things before they go into your memory. We know this for a fact.
Experience after that, it's a memory, isn't it?
No, you experience things before they go into your
Now
memory.
you're talking about experience now, in now.
Yeah,
But
even now.
Yes.
Actually,
now.
I'll give you an example. Have
Islam,
you ever touched something that is cold?
yes.
Okay. When you first touch that thing, yeah, before it's transferred, the cold or the heat we can give the same example about heat. Before it's transferred to your skin, before you have the chance to react to the cold or the heat, the transfer needs to take place. But you have already done the action of placing your hand on that hot or cold object.
I'll take your example now. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have a bucket of cold water. I touch, it's cold, right? My wife come and touch, she feels the coldness, right? So you know the fact that Dhan, the bucket of water which he's touching now is cold. It's not hot water.
No, I think you missed the point here. The point is before it is.
No, let's not complicate. I'll come to your example, Hasim. Let's not complicate. Let's not complicate.
Confusing two things, brother. With all due respect, you're confusing two things, okay?
No, Fawad, I'll come to you. Please don't mind.
Brother, come on. Just
please, because let me answer Hasim. Because I'm gonna forget.
Come on, you've been making, like Brother Hashim said, jalebis for too long.
No, I'm answering Hasim.
You're soon gonna have diabetes.
Fawad, give me 1 minute, I'll explain. Fawad, give me 1 minute, I'll come to you, please. Please don't mind.
We'll have a whole shop of
Hasim, I'll come to you. Now you asked me a question that my wife is not, if my wife is not aware that I'm speaking to you, right? Now, how would it be awareness? Once she stand next to me, she does see this screen, then she realized that, I'm no, you're speaking to Hasim or this gentleman here, right? Now, that's awareness, and that's a memory, immediate, right? That's immediate.
No, not right.
Disagree.
Incorrect.
We disagree. That we're trying to correct you on something. You're building an entire case on a premise, and we are not even agreeing with the first premise. That's why I'm saying you're wasting your time. Look, consciousness, it's the present moment awareness. It's like your awareness in the moment. Memory is a recall of a past event. Okay, it's your past awareness. You're conflating between the two. We keep pointing that out to you, but you're not understanding. Those two different things, bro.
Are we? Even the 1 2 second past is become your memory, isn't it, Fawad?
Yes, past.
Even 1 second past.
Done. With all due respect, I don't know why you're going to memory when you have already conceded that your awareness is different to that of your wife's awareness.
Let me ask one question.
Your consciousness is different to her
consciousness.
consciousness.
Past is a memory or not?
I don't know why we are beating around.
Let me ask you this. A person with amnesia, okay, can he be conscious? Yes or no?
Yes, he can be conscious.
Okay, but he has no recollection of that memory, correct?
Agree.
And he's still conscious. There you go.
Very good point,
So I'm talking about consciousness, right? You told, can two people have a same consciousness? I told consciousness are same, but if the memory is in play,
hold on. Two people don't have the same consciousness. Just like you and your wife don't have the same consciousness. Right now, she's not aware that you're talking to me, but you are aware. So your consciousness. Didn't I answer, Hassan, that
consciousness is without, when the pure consciousness is when memory is not in play? Didn't I answer that question?
Pure consciousness? What is that?
Live pure consciousness.
What is pure consciousness? What do you mean by that?
Just to try to explain that without memory, when the consciousness is there, which is immediate, which is now, right? I'm looking at you now, right?
I have no idea what you're trying to explain to me. You have already.
All right, Hassan, I'll give you an example.
Probably differs in different people. Like the example of you and your wife.
Give you one
I don't know why we are going through this unnecessary exercise about memory and all that.
No, Hashim, I'll give you one. Probably you guys have experiences. You go to a new place, a beautiful nature. You see the nature, right? And at that point of time, I'm using time again, conversation. At that moment, right? You just get lost. Your memory is not in play, right? That's the consciousness I'm talking about.
Yeah. So even if you go to a place where you might have been before, but you lost your way, you are still conscious of your surrounding. You're still aware of your surrounding. That is what consciousness is. I think the fundamental.
I agree with you. I agree with you on this.
The fundamental problem here is with the definition. You know, when I asked you earlier what is consciousness, you correctly responded awareness. But then you went into memory, you went into something else.
No, because
I have no idea why was that all necessary.
Hasim, I will answer your question when you told does your wife and your consciousness is one or the same?
No, they're not one and the same. They're different. That's what I've been telling you all along.
When different comes in, when memory in a play.
Okay, let me give an example.
No, you don't require. You don't require the memories to be different at all. It's literally just if you have different eyes and ears. And there's even slightly different locations. You have different perceptions of what's going on. There's different things flowing in. It's different conscious experiences. They are separate consciousnesses.
All right.
I think that is what you meant. Memory. What he means by that is the experience. The conscious
Hasim, to
experience.
give you
That's what it
give me
means.
an example, I'll give you an example, probably, because I'm not going to explain anymore further, because it's getting, confused, it's getting complicated.
I think you're the one who
Hasim,
confuse yourself.
I'm not
That's why
confused. I'm
you're
giving an
contradicting
example,
yourself
probably you can
every
understand.
time. And this is no different to the many Advaita philosophers that I've spoken to. They confuse themselves and then they try to portray it onto other people.
Hasim, let me give you an example, probably.
Don't project it onto us, your confusion.
I'm not
That's all
confused.
I'm asking.
I'm not. Hasim, so let's give you an example here. So you go to a movie, there's a white screen, right?
Carry
That
on, I'm
white-
listening. I'm listening.
All
Carry
right,
on.
that white screen, let's consider that white screen as a consciousness, right? And the movie which you're projecting on that, right? The movie, or the cinema which you project on that white screen, that's what we call a memory. So if you remove that
It's a
memory,
terrible example, but carry on. I don't know where you're getting with this.
so the white screen, right?
Yeah.
It is what
Every
we
time
call-
you say memory, I think you're trying to say conscious experience. Am I right?
Asim, what didn't you understood about the white screen and the projection of movie?
I honestly, like I said, and I'm very frank when I say this.
So I'm telling about the white screen
analogies
as
you're
aware.
giving, the analogies you're giving are actually miles away from what you're trying to describe. Anything else? So they are disconnected. But I really don't understand. You have already conceded that consciousness can be different for different people, and they are different for different people.
When memory is in play, that's what I'll give you best example. Which
Whether
I put,
memory
which I
or
can
not,
say-
if you're right now, if your
the
wife is
white
sleeping,
screen is consciousness, and
Hold on,
projection
listen,
of movies is a
Dan,
memory.
if your wife is sleeping right now and you are awake, okay, and you are building memory every time you speak to me, you remember certain things I say. Is it also being transferred to your wife? No, because
No,
her
it's not.
memory, her experiences, her actions are different to yours. That's the reason you are a different individual and a distinct individual from your wife or from any other person.
You're proving my point. Proving my point that consciousness
I'm
is not
actually
individual.
clarifying where you have been making jalebis.
No,
of
you're proving. I'll explain. You're proving my point that consciousness is not individual. It's universal.
In fact, I explicitly said it's individual. I don't know which part of English you didn't understand here.
Because you just gave the example which enhanced my point, stating that consciousness is
What your
universal.
point? You're saying consciousness is
Because
universal?
as you
or
told,
is it
when my
individual?
wife is let's say, I don't want to bring my wife here, so let's give some examples.
please don't
That's
bring
my
her here.
friend.
You confuse her as well now.
No. Let's
Let her sleep in
because
peace.
Let's bring my friend. Let's bring one of my friends.
No, listen, done. No need to bring anyone else. Listen, I think we have to move back to the topic about the avatars.
Yeah, we have
So
completely.
do you, each of these avatars which came to the world, they were different, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
Were they
Different.
same or were they different? For example, let's take the most popular avatars, Ram and Krishna. Is Ram and Krishna, are they same or are they different?
They were different.
They were different.
As
What makes them different?
now you're going to disconnect me because I'll use the time again.
No.
And the moment you warn me that if you use the time, I'll
You
disconnect.
know that already. No need to go there because this is a given. This is obvious. So you said they are different. Now the question is this: what makes them different?
Now, can I use the time? No.
Well, they have different attributes, for example, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
look,
it's
I already said they
If I
came
don't
in
use,
different times.
see, you
It's a
guys
given.
warn me. If you guys warn me that the moment you use time, I'll disconnect. Now, Islam.
No, but when you
Other-
start the
other
philosophy of
interpretation
time, that is what gets confusing. We already know Ram came in Treta Yuga, okay, according to your beliefs. Krishna came in Dwapar Yuga. They
Agreed,
came in
okay.
different yuga, different epochs, different periods. We know that already.
Okay.
You said they are different.
Mhm.
That is what you need to answer now. We have already, like, let's say, locked and key with regards to the time that they came. They came in different periods. That's a given. That's obvious. What makes them different? Because one avatar is Ram, another avatar is Krishna. What makes them different?
Asim, can kid explain the difference? The 1 year kid.
Again, explain what?
Can 1 or 2 year kid explain the difference
Difference about what?
about two people?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. The question is to you.
He's asking kind
so-
of 1 or 2 year old child.
Oh, I
Child,
see.
yes.
Yes,
child-
they can have the difference between their mother, their father, and someone who's not from the family.
I think
and
they
so on,
can. Yeah, they can.
No, I'm talking.
Children
I'm
can.
talking about. Yes,
Especially 1 or
no.
2 year olds.
So no. I'm talking about the difference between Krishna and Ram.
No, I'm asking you. You're not a child. Done. So I'm asking an adult, hopefully. Okay. You are the one who made this claim that they are different. Now tell us why you think they're different.
Do you think it's hard to answer yes or no for
I don't know.
person?
You haven't answered yet. So
So
I'm now
you agree?
feeling that it's hard for you.
Asim, to 2 years, do you agree that 2 years cannot
Dude,
explain
stop
the
asking a
difference?
question with a question. Just answer the question.
Asim, 2 years cannot
Okay,
explain.
hang on 1 second, real quick.
Because
I'm
we need,
just tuning in here real quick. So, Don, are you asking me, or are you asking the panel, if a 2-year-old, if we said that there is Krishna and Vishnu, right? If we asked a 2-year-old, are these two separate things? What do you think the response would be? When I say something like there's apples and oranges, okay, are these two separate things?
yes, there are
Okay, do you
some.
think a 2-year-old would naturally say that these are two different gods?
They will tell that yes, they are different.
Okay, so you have two gods.
Morris, let's get back.
Let's use the term two avatars.
Okay,
let's
you have
Morris,
two
Morris,
avatars, right?
Morris,
So you have
let's-
two avatars.
No, if they don't know, if I don't explain them, if they don't have a knowledge about those two God, as you told, you pointing out the attributes, right? We have to define their personality, which is they have to. This is this person and this is so and so in person. Then he'll be able to distinguish between Ram and Krishna. That is what I'm
Okay.
trying to. He has to have a knowledge about it.
If it's a 2-year-old, you're probably going to try to give them a visual, right? So here's a very comprehensive visual for you. Here's two
Yes.
strips.
Mhm.
Is this one or two?
Two.
Okay, are they different?
They are different.
Great. So they're not the same, they're different, and it's two. So
Yes.
a 2-year-old will understand that they are not the same, that they are different, and it's two. It doesn't matter what it is. Test strips, avatars, gods, apples, oranges, doesn't matter, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Don't give an example.
you lost me then. You totally lost me as to what you're trying
No,
to
no, I'm not lost. Now you have considered. Let's say
I
consider
said you
apple.
lost me.
Let's consider
You lost
green
me.
apple and
I'm
green-
the one that's lost. Me, I'm lost. So you lost me. What are you trying to say?
All right, a 2-year child who knows the difference between green apple and red apple. Keep in, he has visual for those two apples.
Yep.
Correct? Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So a
Don't
2-year-old
you-
has a visual of two avatars, right? One blue, one not blue. Right?
Yes, in that sense, yes. But
Okay.
Hasim had asked me very question about attributes.
Okay. So an attribute, one has an attribute of blue and the other one doesn't. Right? Me, I'm lost. So you lost me. What are you trying to say?
All right, a 2-year child who knows the difference between green apple and red apple. Keep in, he has visual for those two apples.
Yep.
Correct? Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So a
Don't
2-year-old
you-
has a visual of two avatars, right? One blue, one not blue. Right?
Yes, in that sense, yes. But
Okay.
Hasim had asked me very question about attributes.
Okay. So an attribute, one has an attribute of blue and the other one doesn't.
No, the child will not know. If I have to explain, I have to give a knowledge to a child.
What do you mean? A
Then
child will know based off of visual.
Why
based
are you
off
bringing
of-
children? I don't know.
No, but,
Why are you giving the
but
example of
child is
children?
not able to
I was giving
The
you
question is to
children.
you, a grown up, who already admitted that Ram and Krishna are different. Okay, but my question was very specific. What makes them different? Are they both human beings but different attributes, different lifestyle, different characteristics? What exactly is different about them?
Hasim, I'll come to you. Let me address Maurice. Maurice, now when you give an example of red apple and green apple, right? The child is functioning in time, right? He use time as a function. Then because he's comparing red apple with the green apple.
Yep.
With that,
Okay.
he come to a point that okay, red is different from green. Do you agree with that, Maurice?
Yeah, absolutely. If he was exposed to the color red and he sees a different color than the color red, like green or any
So-
other color, he's going to say these are different.
The difference is outcome of comparison.
What do you mean by that?
Green and red. Out of comparison, he is able to distinguish this is green apple, this is red apple.
Attributes,
Yes.
yeah, different
Okay,
attributes.
sure.
Yeah.
We're okay with that. I'm okay with
Okay.
that. So carry on. What else?
I think Maurice, you recently joined because Hasim had warned me that if you talk about time, he'll disconnect the call. Okay, so I'll not talk about time.
Why
Yeah,
would time matter? Why would time matter at all?
Because
Exactly.
without time, he'll not be able to,
think
without
that
time,
is
he'll not be able to distinguish.
Sorry.
Without time, he'll not be able to distinguish between green apple and red apple. Now,
So over time,
Hold on. You need time to
I have
distinguish
one.
green and red apple?
Just
Okay,
I have one example which I can give you more.
Just a minute. I'm just going to put you in the back studio. There's somebody else I need to speak to, but don't go away, okay? I'll give it to him. Don't worry. Rajesh, are you there? You need to unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Hello? Rajesh, you need to unmute yourself. Oh. Okay. You're still muted. We cannot hear you. Did you say something in the private? No. All right. Oh dear. Back to Dan.
I have a very simple question for you, okay?
Yeah, go
I've
on.
been listening to you talking about time. Very simple question for you. What is a triangle? How do you describe a triangle?
Yeah, 3 line connected. That's a triangle.
3 sides, right? The 3-sided
sides,
thing
yes.
is called a triangle, right? Does
Okay.
it become triangle over time? You just described it to me. Or has it always been that way and it will always be that way? A 3-sided shape will be considered a triangle.
It is taught in my schools.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Is it subject to time? That's what he's asking, Dan.
Is it subject to time? Did it become?
It is okay.
Was
All right,
it
I'm so
something
sorry.
else before?
Oh,
and did
yes,
it become
I misunderstood.
triangle
Yes,
over time?
yes, it is subject to time
I think
because
Brother Islam Hakim is so
A
frustrated. You
triangle
can
is
see it in his
subject to
face.
time.
Fawad, sorry, I didn't understand your question. It is subject to time. Can you call triangle without comparison to any other thing?
What?
What is that?
Yes, the triangle is defined independently by its vertices and sides.
Like, why do you have
The
to
thing
compare
you keep doing regarding saying you need time to give the definition or whatever, the same applies to matter, the same applies to everything else. There's nothing.
Islam, are you sure about that?
Yes.
Can you give a triangle independent, what do you call it? Without comparison.
Brother, drop the time
Yes,
thing.
it's entirely
Islam, are you
independent
sure
of
about it?
comparison. It is
All right.
simply a specification.
Again,
3 lines,
I-
3 vertices. There's no need to compare to anything else. You have building blocks and you put them together. That does not require comparison.
Yeah, let me ask you this.
Islam, I can come to you because I have studied this long
was it
back.
something else? Done. Let me ask you this. A triangle in the past, was it something else?
No.
Okay. In the present, is it something else?
See, you asking me. No, Fawad. Fawad, it is same. Yes, let's go ahead. I'll
Yes,
skip to
past,
this point.
present, future, it is the same.
Fawad,
Yeah?
Fawad, you have to answer my question as well. Go ahead. Fawad, go ahead. You have to answer my question as well.
Right?
What was the question?
Fawad, go ahead.
Yeah, what's the
I missed the
question?
question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So triangle is past. That's a memory of a triangle. Yeah, go ahead.
It has
Okay.
nothing to do with my memory. A triangle will
No, let
always
me-
be a triangle,
I'll-
even
I'll-
before this world
I'll
ever
work with him. I'll work with him. Okay,
Fawad,
so you have a
Fawad.
memory of a
Fawad,
triangle, right? Yes.
Fawad, let's agree upon it. Can you describe triangle without time?
Brother,
agree with
it
that?
has
Sorry, what was the
absolutely no
question?
impact. Look, I'll tell you this, okay?
It's okay.
Time is
Fawad,
different.
let Muris deal with him. I
What
think
was the question? What was the question, bro?
so. The question Fawad asked him is that I think he asked him to define triangle, and he said an object with 3 sides. Is that right, Dan?
Yes, you're right.
Now, the question Fawad then later, the follow-up question was, how is it, or rather, is a triangle subject to time as far as its definition is concerned?
As far as its definition, is that what your question is?
Dan, did I represent you correctly? I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Does it have any impact? Like, does time have any impact on a triangle being a triangle? Simply stated.
Yeah, was the question directed to me or was it directed to him?
No, that was to done. He's saying,
Oh, okay.
yes, it does have an impact. I'm like, how?
Okay. Yeah, I would be very curious to see how a triangle, which is by definition something that has 3 angles, how is that changed by time if it always has 3 angles?
Can you all right, what is the when let's consider square.
Oh, we can do different.
Why are you going to square, man?
I don't know how it's square.
I tell you what, let's stick to a circle. No sides, no corners. Okay,
Hasim,
keep it circular like the jalebis.
no, I'm not keeping Hasim. Let me answer.
Triangle better because it has a
Notice,
discrete number.
Can we go back to avatars?
Can you call triangle? Can you call
Guys,
triangle?
I'm going to pray and come back.
with your comparison.
Inshallah.
Okay, so can you call a triangle what, sir?
Without comparison, can you call triangle?
Yes, you can.
You can call triangle without
Yeah.
comparison?
Yeah,
Yes,
without
I
any
do
need.
not have to compare a triangle to a square or a triangle to a circle to assert that it is a triangle. By
Yeah.
definition, by use of terms, I can assert that it is a triangle. It has 3 sides and 3 angles.
Without any need for comparison with any other regular polygon or irregular polygon or any other system of sided shapes whatsoever. It builds up purely from first principles, which is how it was originally defined. It's never changed. It's just simply recognized. And then, again, that's it. It is what it is. You do not need comparison to have a triangle.
Just like you don't need a comparison to count 1. I don't need a comparison to count between 1 and 2. It's just 1 by definition.
Don't you think this is abstract? Triangle is an abstract concept. Mathematics is an abstract concept.
Yes, it is.
So this is not reality
How is it not reality?
because it's abstract.
How is it
It
not
don't exist in nature.
abstract reality? I can envision something. I can have an idea, and it is now part of the abstract reality.
You can envision flying elephant. It doesn't mean it's a right. It exists.
Okay. So
Okay, remember what I said before, Dan, about this microphone? Yeah, there's an abstract concept of a microphone, but then there's this actual thing I'm talking through. Now, there's the abstract concept of a triangle, and then you can have real implementations of a triangle that may not be perfect. They're imperfect, and this is an imperfect microphone. But so yes, there is a distinction between the abstract concept and reality, and I'm glad you're able to hold that distinction because you struggled with it earlier with Brahman. And yes, it's important to have that distinction. But triangle is a real concept that and we can check that reality because Muris and I have been able to evaluate and check that we have the same concept. That's how you validate reality as distinct from illusions, right? So there is a sense in which it's real, which is not the same thing as a sense in which it is material, a material object.
All right, Islam. So what you're doing is you're defining one abstract by using another abstract, which is time.
No,
That's what I mean to say. You need a triangle.
No one brought
because
time
it's
into this at all, dude. No, he not at once did he say the word time. At once.
he didn't use. He didn't. He agreed. No,
He said that time
Morris,
is not necessary for you to have this abstract concept. I just
Well,
look, dude,
not refer
here's
to
what I
time.
don't understand. What I don't understand is why are you complicating things, Don? Why are you complicating things, man?
because
Why
you
are
guys not understanding. It is not so complicated. The people who can see time is
Don,
non-existent.
you can't even simplify an explanation. What are you talking about? It's not complicated, bud. I'm hearing you speak, and you're just saying a bunch of
Morris,
things.
you told the triangle exists.
They do
That's
exist.
what you told.
They do exist.
Exists where? It exists in your mind.
Abstract. Yeah, exactly.
abstract.
Okay, now, a
So it's
manifestation
not
of a
reality.
triangle.
Now,
Do you have a-
triangle is an abstract, square is an abstract, and you define triangle
My friend,
and compare with
my
the
friend.
square.
My friend, does it have a materialistic application? Does a triangle have a materialistic application? For example, when I'm building a house, can I use a 90-degree right angle, which is a triangle? It's a form of a triangle. Does it have
Okay.
real-world application?
It has applications used.
Okay, there you go. So then what you're basically doing is you're taking the abstract, and what Brother Islam had tried to tell you, when you're envisioning something, it may not be perfect, meaning I might be thinking of a 90-degree right triangle, you might be thinking of an isosceles triangle, you might be thinking of an obtuse triangle, you might be thinking of an acute triangle, okay? But you're thinking of a triangle, something that has 3 sides and 3 angles. Then in the materialistic application of what we're thinking about, the abstract, to bring it into what you consider a material reality, now we say, what kind of a triangle do we want? Well, we can't.
Boris, I understood your point. You don't need to explain. I understood your
Okay,
point.
but it's for the
Boris,
benefit of the audience as well,
That's
sir.
okay.
So when
Oh,
you
I'm so
say-
sorry.
when
Go ahead.
When you say that I want to put an application of this triangle into the real world, we say, okay, look, in order for stability, it has to be a 90-degree right angle. Otherwise, we're going to run into problems. The house will collapse, right?
All right, Maurice, I agree with you, what you said. I totally agree, 100% agreement, no doubt. You calling abstract as a functional, I agree with you. These are functional tools which we required to live in the in this world, right? I totally agree. So the time. So anything which we define using time, using in fact, the triangle is a definitions. It's attributes given by us. It doesn't
Why
exist.
do you think time
Totally
is?
agree. It's a functional tools. No doubt. 100% agreement here. Maurice and Islam. but it doesn't exist in reality. The Brahman, which I'm talking about, because this is what related to Brahman. Brahman,
No,
when I
Dan.
talk about 1 minute,
Dan.
Islam,
And
30
time,
seconds.
you are talking about things happening over time. You have continually referred to the necessity to define things over time and so on and so forth. So it is a reality in some sense. You can't avoid that. You can't.
Reality is now. Reality is now. I'm looking at you guys. You're looking at me.
How long is now? How long is now? No, Morris, I need to answer this. How long is now? Is it
immediate?
A second? Is it
immediate now?
What? How long is immediate? How long is that? A femtosecond, picosecond, 10 to the minus 15 seconds. How long is now?
That I don't know, sir. Islam.
This is
But
very
it's all-
important because there's always going to be some chunk of time. Otherwise, you're talking
Why
about,
don't why see? Your question is how long, right?
Yeah.
The moment you ask these questions, right, you're trying to define something by giving an attribute, by giving a measurement. Now I'm telling,
yeah, but
can
this
you
is
be-
important because you have a brain, right? That
it's a functional. I agree with you, Islam. I already agree with you guys that it's a functional tool. But what we
Can I
experience
ask
now,
real quick, Islam, is he not giving the same? So, look, is time abstract, right? Meaning, like the way that he's using it, it's a form of abstraction.
This
because he
is the
couldn't-
thing. It's exactly.
couldn't answer what was now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
because his now was, his now was whatever he thought. And then our now is whatever we think. And it was a great question that you posed to him in the similar way that we posed the idea of the triangle being abstract and imperfect. Your idea of time is abstract and imperfect, and you have no way
Maurice,
to define it.
do
Yeah,
you
but
live
the
now?
thing is, Dan,
Are you
just give me-
living? Are you in existence?
Just give me a second, Dan.
Yeah, I don't
The
have a
thing
problem
is-
with me existing, dude. I don't have a doubt of my existence, man.
If you don't
Yeah.
describe yourself, if you sleep, let's say if you sleep,
Yeah, I
Do you
still exist
exist?
in my sleep, dude. I still
you're not
exist.
defining. Yes, you're right. Let's say you are in complete deep sleep. This is the example I can get. If you're in complete deep sleep, you exist. Attributes don't exist. Your triangle don't exist. Time don't exist.
What? What are you talking about? Attributes don't exist when I'm in a deep sleep.
When a
the
baby
time-
closes their eyes, the world does not actually disappear.
No, I'm talking about his Maurice. Maurice, when you sleep,
When I
Right.
sleep, yes, the world does not disappear when I sleep, man.
you don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the world. I agree with you. World doesn't disappear. I'm talking about you because
Me,
you.
do I disappear?
No, you don't disappear. Why are you talking all this? Did I told you
This is what
disappear?
you're saying. This is
You
exactly
No,
what
I'm telling you, like,
Is it back to time?
Maurice,
No, he's at sleep now.
Maurice, wait, Maurice,
Triangles do not cease to exist when you go to sleep.
no, Maurice, I'll answer
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes.
So when you sleep, is your memory on play? Does your memory play?
He's
Yeah,
not
deep
aware.
sleep
He's
and
sleeping.
yes,
That's what you're asking.
my
Then the answer is
unconscious
no.
memories are play.
He's unaware when he's sleeping. Is that better for you then?
But
But the
subconscious,
memory does
subconscious
that.
mind is always at work.
So, but you need a memo. Oh my God, you need a knowledge. You need.
Let's go
Okay,
back.
okay.
To
We're
let's
not,
go
we're not
back to the
arguing
question
whether or
of-
not subconscious
topic.
memory is contingent or not,
Oh,
dude.
Dan,
We
let
don't
me
have
ask
an
you this.
issue with
Do you
being
think
contingent.
all the avatars, do they exist or they are also an illusion?
See, if you talk illusion about avatar, then I can say that God is also an illusion.
You can say if
God
you want
doesn't
to.
exist because Allah don't exist because
No.
it's
Wait. When
there
you
is a
say God,
contradiction.
okay, don't juxtapose your gods onto ours.
No, I'm talking about Allah. Very straightforward. Allah
Yeah,
don't
us,
exist.
Allah exists. So from your paradigm, do the avatars exist or are they an illusion?
I told you. I've given you already explanation.
We don't believe Allah is an
It's a-
avatar, so you can't use that excuse for us.
No, I told you. It represent. I told you, right? What you called? I'm so
Manifestation. you said.
no. I'm not manifested. I'm so tired now speaking to you. It's a representation. It represent.
Speaking too many
No,
divinity
evolution.
at once, you know.
No. I'm because
He's a
it's
tyrant prophet, and I agree.
didn't I told you, Hasim? It's a representation of evolution. Didn't I told you that?
Yeah, but do they exist? Whether you represent them as evolution or not, do they exist in reality or are they an illusion?
The fish exist, isn't it? We exist.
No.
Those are representations.
I'm asking about the avatars. Like, for example, Ram and Krishna, do they exist in reality or are they just illusion?
They did exist in the past.
Okay, so they were not illusion.
No, they were not illusion.
Okay, for you as an Advaita Vedanta follower, you said the only reality is Brahman.
Mhm.
Okay? Are you saying everything is Brahman now? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Everything in existence is Brahman.
Existence is Brahman. Yes.
Okay. Does everything in existence have attributes?
I'm massive. I'm coming back. I'm
Because, yeah,
done with it.
people get stuck.
I'm
That's
done
all.
with it. I'm
Because
done
you
because
want
I.
me to
The guy that was like the opposite guy.
1 minute
like
you're
the
telling
yes
me
and no
Brahman
guy.
No,
doesn't have
Hasim,
attributes,
you.
doesn't have form, but you see
This
everything in
is
existence,
this is
including
going
Brahman,
on for more than 1.5 years.
form and have
Hasim,
attributes. So you
Hasim,
keep
I
contradicting
already
yourself.
explained. You
You
can.
don't need to
You
talk
are
over
at.
me when I'm talking.
You can only.
You can talk
I'm so
after me,
sorry.
no
Go
problem.
ahead.
You've been
Go
doing
ahead.
quite well so far. For you, Brahman has no form and no attributes, but everything in existence you said is real because everything is Brahman. But everything in existence, including you, me, all the avatars that you believe in, everything has attributes. Either you're contradicting yourself without realizing it, or you do realize it, yet you keep contradicting yourself. Which one is it?
We have a clear explanations about this, right? Once you have realized our absolute Brahman, once you realize the time don't exist, right? Then you realize that attributes don't exist because attributes are outcome of time.
Okay, are
Second
you
thing.
in time or out of time?
Time don't exist.
Okay, so what are you in right now?
I'm an existence. What do you mean by that? In what do you mean by in? What is
Do
explain?
you exist or not?
Obviously, you're getting older, right? You're seeing the effect of what we consider time. So what are you in then? Like you were a baby at one point, right? And then now you're
Yeah.
not.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
So was
what
Ram
is
and Krishna. They were babies at
What is that?
one point in time.
What is that?
What
So
do you call that? I call that the passage of time. What do you call that?
Hence, it's
I
called
do-
age.
No, I do call that passage of time.
Well, but time doesn't exist. Why are you using something that doesn't exist?
I'm using as a functional. You using time as a
What?
function to
It doesn't exist,
communicate.
dude. It doesn't exist. I don't understand.
No, past. No. A baby doesn't. Do you think
Why
I'm
are
a
you
baby
saying
now?
from past? Why are you saying the
Do-
past and present?
Maurice,
and future don't exist?
Maurice,
Time doesn't
do
exist.
you think I exist as a baby now?
No.
you exist as a baby.
Past, present, and future doesn't exist, dude. What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a memory of past.
What memory? There's no such thing as memories. You can't recall anything. Time doesn't exist.
Yeah,
You cannot recall your childhood.
memory itself denotes.
No, I can't. In your worldview, there's no such thing as time. I can't recall anything. I don't even know.
Didn't I told you time is a functional?
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
can't
exist in
even-
reality. Didn't I told you time is an abstract? It's a functional tool.
Listen,
Useful.
in your worldview, I can't even use the word yesterday. Yesterday doesn't exist. I can't even say 5 minutes ago. It doesn't exist. Do you realize how absurd you're sounding right now?
It is not absurd. You're not able to understand. I am telling you, is there past exists?
Help
Past
me
exists in your
understand,
memory.
man. Help me understand the abstract of what you substituted as time. I know what time is. I can understand time. You took away
Tell me,
time.
explain
Help
me what
understand.
is time. Are
What do
you
you mean,
kid now?
what is time?
Are you 3 years
It's an
kid?
idea of change from one state to another.
So you told time exists. Are you 3 years kids now?
Oh dear.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, my man.
That is
the
what I
next
mean.
time
Maurice, I'm
you
so
go-
sorry.
Look, I can't even say the next time because time doesn't exist. Look, the next blah that you want to go for a nice walk and it takes you 5 blahs to go for a walk. Let me know what that feels like when you come back to where you started. You
Okay,
see how,
all right, Maurice.
just how silly that sounds?
It's not silly. You're not able. Maurice, didn't I agree with you? Time is as a functional tools.
When
It is useful tools.
It can only be useful to you and functional if it does exist.
Okay.
It cannot be useful to you or functional if it doesn't exist, can it? That's the
Asim,
reason I asked you.
we really got
avatars
to
are
do
real-
Do we have to go back again and again? I'm so tired.
No,
Actually, I'm
look
speaking
here.
about
The
this.
question was very simple. If the avatars are real,
Asim,
then they must exist. If they don't exist, then what is the point of you believing in it even?
I think I already answered all of your questions.
No,
Let
you
me-
haven't.
because
You made so many
No,
jalebis
no,
that even you got
it's not
tired.
jalebi. You're not able. What I'll do, I'll take another 2 minutes. I'll explain the last thing.
Whoa, 2 minutes.
Then I'll keep the call.
That doesn't exist, man.
Cut the call.
That's time. That's time.
That's time. You can't.
Samir,
I don't
You
know.
know,
That,
time.
All
you
of
know,
you guys, I
memories
agreed. It's a
formed,
functional
it doesn't
tool.
exist, even though your memories are formed.
How
that
can you have a
thing.
functional
It's a
tool if it doesn't
functional
exist?
tool. I agree with you. It's a functional tool. Math is a functional tool.
Yeah, but does the
Yeah, right.
functional tool exist?
Memories form over time. It's not just a functional tool. Memories are actually forming over time. So it's actually real. It actually is affecting your reality. You cannot get away from this. You keep trying to get away from it by just saying, let me just start from some other place and wander around.
Islam, you're not even sure about time exists you or not. You should
you
may or
can't-
may not.
Let me finish speaking. You can't address the fundamental problem. It is not just an abstract concept. There is something real it points to which is actually happening, like your memories accruing over time, your conscious experience occurring over time, and so on and so forth. But you refuse to engage with the simple reality that's being spoken about, and you cannot respond to what is being said You have to just say, give me time to lay out a whole nother misdirection, a whole nother. No, this is not fair. This isn't reasonable. This isn't rational, intelligent, academic conversation on any level.
With due respect,
the reason
to all of you guys,
we want to steer you back to the topic here about the avatars is because you keep saying at one point that everything is an illusion. Okay. And then you start giving characteristics to things that you call Brahman, which means they have attributes. And then you also say Brahman doesn't have attributes. I don't know how many times you contradicted yourself without even realizing it.
not even single time.
Okay, this is your perception, but I think you should go home, watch this program with someone who actually is unbiased, and then you ask their opinion. Okay, as a third party, as an outside opinion, other than this problem. Okay,
but with due respect, I'll answer Islam, then I'll cut the call.
Bro, you don't even know about Hinduism. What do you know about Islam, man?
No, about Islam Hakim. I'm not talking about Islam. Islam Hakim. He just told something about the time. He told time is real. Didn't he agree? Didn't he agree that I'm not sure whether time exists, may or may not be. Now he come with the absolute confidence that time exists, right? Now that's the
Dan, you haven't understood me in the slightest. It's all gone way over your head. There is an abstract concept of time which refers to something that is actually happening. It's very straightforward, but you just refuse because it doesn't fit your worldview. You cannot compute.
I think you're holding on to it because it fit your worldview. I can say the same thing. Anyways, Islam, with due respect,
my worldview's changed a lot over time.
Yeah.
We can discuss about Allah. Like,
okay,
give me 2 minutes. I'll discuss about Allah.
Let's discuss about Brahman, which is full of contradictions.
I can show how Allah is contradictions.
I'm going to come back on this.
I'll tell you how it contradicts it, because you
There's
said
a contradiction within Allah. If you want, all right, Hasim, I think
you said everything is Brahman. Did you not say that?
Hasim, I don't want to go back again and again. I explained.
No, but why are you waiting? This is the topic today. It's about avatars. As far as I know, the Hindu avatars have attributes, and they do have forms.
I will go back to again time. You guys going to again discuss the same thing. Hasim, I'll address this and I'll keep the call because I think I'm very tired now. I've been speaking.
Yeah,
I didn't even
keep you against your will, but the fact that you keep contradicting without realizing it.
No, if you give me 2 minutes of explanation.
It's really just draining.
No problem. It's draining. Actually, it is draining for me because you guys have interval to talk.
Time is almost done. His time is almost done now.
Yeah, time's up. Yeah.
Good one, Samir. I liked it. Anyway, Hasim, what I was trying. Okay, see, even I'm getting forgetting. I'm okay. I'll take last 2 minutes. Okay, and I'll keep the call.
As long as you don't talk about time, I'm okay.
That's okay. It was having good conversation. I mean,
he said 2 minutes. That is also time, yeah.
I told you already. It's a functional tool. It doesn't exist in reality. Okay, please don't come back and play this. We already done with it. Please, Hasim. So it was good to talk to all of you guys. It was very respectful. Okay,
and I would like to thank you as well. You kept it respectful. Appreciate it.
And probably I'll like to discuss. I like to point out a contradiction in Allah. Maybe whenever.
Look, if you want to point out any contradictions in Allah, then you should be willing to listen to our answer as well. Don't just hit and run. If you're going to hit and run, then you might as well stop here.
No, have I hit and run now?
No. You said you have only 2 minutes.
You guys already cleared to me. You have already told that we will not discussing this today. We'll be discussing this next episode.
Okay, so come next time then. Why you want to talk about Allah today? Talk about the topic at hand today, which is
this is my closing statement.
By the way, the key question you still haven't answered is this: are the avatars in Hinduism, are they a mythology or do they really exist?
We already had enough of discussing this.
No, you haven't answered this question. It's the first time I ask you mythology.
Allah. For me, Allah is as mythological
as the avatars. Allah is nobody's avatar.
We'll discuss about this.
So answer the question before you leave, because this is key to the topic of today. According to you, are the avatars a mythology, or did they really exist in history?
I'll answer this at the end of my before cutting off the call. I'll answer this.
End of his
time. Is it okay?
Why don't you answer it now?
Because if I answer, it will be again. See, I'm tired actually. Okay, I can answer now. If you want me to now, I can answer now. All right, I told you it's a representations of evolution. How many times did I told Hasim?
It is not. It's nothing to do with evolution.
No.
This is just a claim that the Hindus make. No scientists in their right mind would ever say avatars number 1 existed, because according to them, evolution is real. It happened in history. But avatars are a mythology. How can you make sense of something which is a mythology? Which scientist told you it represents evolution?
Hasim, I think you do understand the term representation.
Yeah, representation.
Let's not.
So I'm
When you say representation, are you saying this is an illusion or did it really happen in history?
it happened. We
Okay, so
look
it's
at the evolution
happened in
process.
history, then trust me, no scientist worth their salt has ever made this claim that the Hindu mythology, which is the avatars that you believe in of Vishnu, has anything to do with evolution. Not, in fact, not even a. Not,
I'll have this
Indian
conversation with
evolutionist
scientists.
has ever said this.
No, I'll have this conversation with scientists because it's easy for me to explain scientists because they don't have this backlog of their own ideology.
Bro,
right?
just answer. Are they
I already
mythology
answered.
or is it real? Just answer the question. Why are you so repeating this question?
I'm not. Didn't I answer the question?
No,
Hasib,
you said
didn't I
it represents evolution. That's all you said.
So isn't that the answer?
No, it's not, because representation can be a drawing, for example. It doesn't need to be something that exists in reality.
Didn't I know it's a representation of evolution? Did I been only representations?
I don't know if you heard me just now. I said a representation can
Of
be
evolution.
can be something which is a concept, can be something which is a drawing, can be an imagination.
Just add
It doesn't
evolution.
need to be. It doesn't need to be something that exists in real life. The reason I asked you if it's a mythology or real is to understand from your perspective whether these things happened in history. For example, you said the first avatar of Vishnu, which is what's it called?
That's okay, Hasim. I don't want to get back to this. I already answered your question.
Yeah. So you said it was just a fish. Am I right?
Hasim, because I'm so tired. Actually, hope you understand.
Okay, come back next time. Then I'm not holding you against your will.
No, it's okay.
I keep saying it's a representation of evolution, which no scientist said.
I'll discuss with the scientists another point of time. That's okay. It's easy for me to discuss.
Are you sure you
what
believe
I'm no, it's easy for me to explain scientists. That's okay.
No scientist. I'll tell you what. Bring a scientific paper which says it represents evolution. Then we can take it seriously. Until then, as far as I'm concerned,
I'm not talking about. Okay, fine, no problem. So what I wanted to end with some statement. Anyway, I was telling you that what I wanted. Because when we were discussing about triangle color, I had one thought in my mind. Probably an example which it just flashed, right? I couldn't communicate there. Now I'll tell. So probably you can understand what I'm trying to tell, right? Now, when I talk about the oneness, we don't see divided. We see whole. It's not fragmented, right? So to give you the best example of what I'm trying to tell is that have you seen an abstract picture, abstract painting?
Yeah.
So when you see a whole, you see a beauty in it. You see the beauty in it, right?
It depends on the painting. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That's okay. Let's consider a person see a abstract painting, whole, right? He or she see the beauty in it. Now, the moment he compare those abstract lines, those abstract form, those abstract color with one another, right? He don't see the beauty.
What? What are you on about?
Within abstract, when you form abstract,
you're not making any sense. When people look at paintings, they do compare. They do look at colors. They make comparisons.
They look
at the strokes. They look at the actual design. They look at the image. They look at a lot of things. That's how they either appreciate it.
That's a description. Later they appreciate it. But when they see it, they see the beauty.
How can you have a picture and not describe it? It's impossible.
No, you're missing a point, Hasan.
Even if it's abstract, people, the fact that you're saying you see the beauty in it.
Point I'm trying to make, when you see a whole, you see a beauty in it.
When I look at
but you don't compare there. When you within the picture, you don't compare triangle, you don't compare form.
No, I can look into a microscope and look at the most minute thing on any object, and I can even appreciate that. I can say this is beautiful. This design at this level, even if it's molecular level, is amazing. It is a work of art from God in natural things, for example. So yeah, you can look at you can look at a pixel in a painting, and if you are someone who is an art lover, might be able to love even that.
Hasib, I was not building any argument here.
Love that, so like I said, beauty is in the eye of the beholders. Everyone has different.
I was not building an argument.
I really don't know what you're trying to get here. Are you trying to explain to me this non-duality nonsense that you have been failing?
Not nonsense. Because when you see whole, this is immediate experience you have.
Individual or whole, We know
any
for a fact
fragmentation, I'll
non-duality
explain.
does not make
Any
sense.
fragmentation is a production of, any fragmentation is an outcome of time. That's what I mean to say.
And
Any fragmentations or any division or any separation is outcome of time. There is
Yeah,
no time. When
what's the
you see
point
the
you're trying to
things
make?
as whole, when you see things undivided as one, then there is a beauty in it.
So
Thank
you're
you.
saying something as a whole is not subject to time?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Give me an example of something that's not subject to time.
I give you the example of abstract painting. When you see a painting as whole,
The
you see
artist
beauty
who
in it.
painted that painting took time, I'm sure.
No, I'm talking about I'm giving you an analogy. Hasim.
Your analogies are rubbish throughout. Trust me. You think it's a very
My
clear
analogies are the
It
best I can
falls
give you
apart.
for you guys to
Every
understand.
analogy
But
I've given
I think
is
you guys have preconceived notions.
with all
You
due
guys
respect,
are
you should improve your analogies. They're terrible.
all right. All right, no problem.
Okay.
It's your opinion. Okay. What I understand. Okay, all right, I'll keep the call. I think that was the last expression I wanted to give without as an argument point. Anyway, that's up to you guys to decide, because
Yeah. I mean, look,
you guys are already
give it your
conditioned
best-
with
give it your
Islam.
best
You have
shot.
at the back of your mind, you have Islam in mind.
Advaita Vedanta have always failed when they came to this panel. You know
I
why?
think Islam failed.
Because they're unable to express themselves clearly. Every example they give falls apart when scrutinized.
I think Islam failed in all the aspect.
Islam is the fastest
Let it
growing.
be scientifically, let it be
Bro, trust me, Islam is the
logically,
fastest
let it be
growing religion.
rationally.
You know why? Even though Hinduism, you say it came like 2,000, 5,000 years ago. Yeah. If you consider Islam to be a newcomer, it has exceeded Hinduism, is twice in number, is growing in Europe, in America. In every way, every census you see out there, Islam is growing. You know why? Because of the simplicity of his message, because the oneness of Allah, because we don't have to make jalebis and waffle like the way you did throughout this conversation. For us, the simplicity of it is understood, like I said, by a child, by someone who works in a farm, who is maybe not even literate, by someone who is extremely literate and has got several degrees. For them, they will understand the concept and the understanding of what Islam wants to portray. As far as the oneness of Allah is concerned, it's very simple. Look at the avatars that you guys believe. You start rejecting your Puranas just because the avatars are basically indulging in immoralities. You start rejecting your books. That is what Hinduism has become today. They pick and choose what they like, and they discard the bits they don't like. But you see, alhamdulillah, in Islam, the oneness of Allah is something that is across the board in Islam. We believe in. Even the different sects, like the Shia sect or the other sects, even the heretics amongst us, they believe in the oneness of Allah. But then they have obviously other heretical beliefs, and that's why they are considered heretics. But when it comes to the oneness
That's
of
a good
Allah,
story,
the last
Hasim. I
messenger-
appreciate.
Hold on, brother.
That's a very good story. Not all people become scientists.
This is
Not-
something which is fundamentally believed by all Muslims, regardless of what their background is.
Brother,
You don't have this, unfortunately. You have different sampradayas. You can't even tell us who is your supreme God. You end up saying Brahman, but then everything you say about Brahman, it's contradictory. Like you said, he's ignorant, and you're ignorant. I mean, just think about it. Before you talk, at least think about it. So it doesn't look
Hasim,
ridiculous.
it's yours, so you can talk as much as you want about Hinduism.
We let you talk for 2 hours.
To me, Islam is illogical. Islam is irrational. Islam is
Yeah,
unscientific.
now it's just ad hominems, isn't it?
No.
No,
Brother
This
Dan,
is
brother
on
Dan,
the second
hold on.
point. Second,
One
I'll come to Samir. 1 minute, Samir. I'll come to you.
One
Please,
second.
please.
I was silent all this.
Yeah, let Samir talk. Go on, Samir.
All this while I was silent. Okay, brother Dan, you are speaking with a lot of biases. You're speaking with emotion. You're not being rational. You're being very emotional. You're not using intellect. You're not using your intelligence that the God above has given you. I'm telling you, I have been there. I have gone through. I was born and raised in a Hindu family. Okay, I have gone through different religions before I accepted Islam almost 30 years ago. But there is a reason. I'm telling you. Look, you are not looking into Islam because you have your biases. You are carrying a baggage. You have to empty your mind and then look into the religion. Then you'll realize why Islam is the fastest growing religion. I humbly invite you to look into the religion, the one and only religion which has been approved by the God who has created this universe, unbiased mind, with an unbiased attitude and with an intelligent approach, and then you will see what I'm trying to tell you. This is all I have to say, because the way you're talking about time and this and that and that, you're going nowhere. It makes no sense. You have to think intelligently what we are talking, why we are trying to present this to you. That's all I have to say. Brother Hashim.
No, you wanted to say something. Go on, Dan.
All
Say
right,
something.
Samir.
You wanted to say
Yeah,
something before you
Samir.
leave?
Samir, you told I'm confused. No, I have a clarity. I have
Doubt you have
100% clarity.
From the
All
2
right.
hours
And
that you
Samir,
spoke to us, it's the
Samir,
complete opposite of clarity.
if majority don't decide the truth, remember
It's not about
one
the
point of
majority.
time,
It's
one point
about
of
the
time,
message that you
Islam
preach.
was started with minority, right? Third point is that not everyone becomes scientist, right?
So wait, what is
Yes,
scientists going to do with this?
because it takes a discipline.
We gotta let this guy
It takes
go.
discipline to understand, to comprehend something which normal people don't.
Again, you didn't understand exactly what I told you right now.
I respect you, Samir. You already told me everything.
No, but you
because
didn't understand.
you were Hindu. You were
Right.
Hindu 30 years back.
No,
And
you.
you get,
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You did not understand. I tried to present it to you. You did not understand because again, you are having a biases. You are not throwing it out. You're not keeping it aside. That's the problem, right? You're not keeping it aside and then thinking, what we are trying to tell you. Because you
You
already
have
have,
used-
it's like a baggage
no.
that's happening with you.
Samir, you have used term rationality,
I
logic.
think let's
right?
let's end it here.
Yes.
Okay,
All
before
right.
it gets out of hand. I know you're
All right.
tired. Come back next time. We can continue then.